Hi, my name is Jeffrey King. People call me JK. I'm the founder and CEO of Full Circle Investment Group. Welcome to my world. I will take you on a journey inside my world and my life and try to share with you as much information and give you as much context as possible. Today we are in Ecuador, and this place here is a very important place because this is the family home where a lot of memories have been built. I'm a very big fan of memories. That's a very good question. Why did I create Full Circle? Well, actually, Full Circle, it's just a continuation of what I've done my entire life. Born when I clearly understood that negotiating and creating deals didn't have to be at all costs. In kindergarten, I remember that I was merging business and negotiation very early. My mom gave me a banana that she put in my lunch bag. And obviously, if you get this every single day, you're tired of that taste. So every day on my lunch break, I had to find somebody and sell my banana or trade my banana with whatever they had. This is my first approach to negotiation. And then obviously, growing up, I understood that, negotiating was something I was very good at. I understood that, this strength of negotiating that I had was important. And I promised myself at age 26 that I was never going to use it for personal gain. I called my friends and people that I've met along the way and that I respected and wanted to do business with. What I saw through the corporate world is that a lot of people do business with one another, with one aspect, which is creating. You have something, I have something, let's come together, and then it becomes just that. But what you're ignoring, why people most of the time don't align, is because they ignore the win-win-win effect, or the core value, or the person behind. I truly believe that if I can trust you as a person, our business negotiation will be a good one. And because, coming from the corporate world, I am accustomed to generating money for shareholders, people that I don't know, people that I will never see. And I just wanted to change that and generate money for people that I like, respect, and want to be around 24/7. And not just look at profit, just look at the journey. This is, I believe, having a business venture, it is a journey. We're walking together. Sometimes we might part ways, sometimes not, but we're walking together. Any venture, any business, anything that I'm doing, even my private relationships, it's built around values in order to get the value that people are seeking. I truly believe that the first impression is the only impression. And in today's world, we come and everybody is playing a role. Everybody is playing a likable role. And then as you continue meeting someone, you kind of see that, the first impression that they give you is not really what they were portraying when you first met them. And then most of the time, people get disappointed. The only time where it didn't happen, and at least for me, it was in high school. In high school, we have no mask. You show up to school and you just want to navigate your day and have fun and talk to your friends. Why do we get along with people that we've met back in high schools? The reason for that is because there was no mask at the time. We were just ourselves. Not wearing a mask is the foundation of every relationship. Present yourself the way you are, and then, let me judge whether or not I want to interact with you. So I wanted to reproduce the same idea within Full Circle because this is how I live my life. What was very important for me within Full Circle is no one is pitching nothing. We have a clear vision and we do something very specific without acting and without being likable. And then bringing ourselves in the most authentic way as possible was what drove me to create this. It's not the size of your wallet, nor the check that you're cutting. The true value is you bringing an added value with who you are as a person within the circle. Believe that together we're stronger. The responsibility comes with protect the community, grow with the community, bringing us the best version of yourself, and let's share this life journey together. First of all, I'm not the guardian of who enters the circle. I think we all are. You know, when you navigate life, you meet someone and you just instantly don't like them or instantly like them. I believe that is the energy that someone is transporting. Sometimes you would judge someone, and I'm saying judge on purpose, and you would have an immediate feeling based on the way they are entering the room. And I think that we are all accountable to make sure that we protect this good energy, this energy where we can be ourselves. And by simply respecting a simple set of values that brought us here to begin with. How the value ensures the values is because every single person, myself included, has skin in the game. We're obviously investing a lot of money to create a real estate development. That only works if you have discipline, if you have a clear understanding of what you're doing, and that you leave no space for any external factor that could derail and jeopardize the value. It has to have the right foundation, literally, in order for the building to sustain. And how do I ensure that the value is going to match the values is because the values are the foundation in order to generate the value. The reason why they became members is because we're sharing the same vision about life, about this taboo topic, which is commerce. Can we balance a vision, make it a sustainable business? This is what puts us together in this room. And still being able to have the certainty that we're not gambling. And what we do is because we know each other in a different segment of life first, the trust in the vision and the person based on track records makes the difference. So I think that even if it sounds like it is a risky investment, it's not a risky investment because people have the vetting that what we do, or we have the vetting with each other. You know, our words are binding and whatnot, right? So this is how we can evolve and create and grow based on trust and knowing exactly that what we say is going to happen. Why is it important to scale and expand? Because Full Circle has started with me as a centerpiece, but I don't want it to be just me. And as I met Sasha and Norman, who both of them are investors, and I was sharing my idea to go global because Full Circle is already global. It spans from the United States, Europe, and Australia. I didn't want to be that centerpiece. I wanted Sasha to create his own region. I wanted Norman to create his new region, to bring new people, new experience, and new vision into Full Circle. To the point that one day, and this is my secret goal, that no one would know who started Full Circle. That is really what I'm after. Full Circle, it's all about the journey. And what inspires me is I walked 3 times the Way of St. James, better known as the Camino de Santiago. And when you walk the Camino de Santiago, which is 1,000 kilometers or 500 miles on foot through Spain, you meet people along the way. And in business, it's the same. If you want to have a binding contract that's going to nail you for 3 years, 5 years, or I don't know, an X amount of time within a contract, then it's not. Then it's just a pure investment. Nobody needs to be part of an investment group for that. You have different options. For Circle, it's more like a journey through time. So we meet, we agree, and then we walk together. And then if at one point, you know, you've made your investment worth and you got your return on investment, and then you decide to invest somewhere else. Or if you join Full Circle, let's say, and we have a typical example. I have a few investors who had joined Full Circle and clearly told me, look, I'm going to be with you for just 12 months because I have some money saved up. I need to maximize it. You're giving me a good return on investment and then I will exit. And it happened, you know? And I'm totally fine with this because that is the purpose of Full Circle, is to offset life. It's like not use your capital, the money that you worked hard to save, but then you keep it at the bank and it has no function. The bank is not giving you enough interest for that unless you have an immense amount of money. But most people don't, right? And I believe that being a member of Full Circle is not limited in time. It's just for whatever you need it for. You want your money to prosper. You want to be part of the community. You want to share. You want to meet new people. You want to share ideas. That's the right place. You know, like we all know this situation, like let's say you meet up with someone and let's say, oh, let's catch up. Let's have a quick drink. And that drink turns out to be 5, 6, 7 hours. And that's Full Circle. And we encourage everyone to stay as long as they please. I don't like anything that is scripted. I don't like anything that is, you know, it's a must. You know, I think we should all be the captain of our own ships. So there's no limitation in time. Time will decide how long you're staying with Full Circle. And everyone is welcome as long as they have the same values and the same vision. We are all coming together to build something that is going to outlive us, all of us. And I think that just that alone, it's a nice thing to have. You know, the realization that I had was that you will get to your goal eventually, one step after another. When joining Full Circle, it's like the promise is be yourself. No one's going to judge you. Do what you want to do. Interact and enjoy the journey, really. No agenda is the purpose of my life. I've been in the corporate world my entire life, and everybody has an agenda. And I was always being very, very allergic to this. I think the only agenda that one should have is to be able to wake up in the morning, have a great day, and write out your day, look yourself in the mirror, and be satisfied with the reflection that you bring. Me sitting in a coffee shop and reflecting on how life is to treat life the way you want to be treated. My personal passion is to see people win together. Nothing inspires me more than winning together. And that's probably the main drive of everything that I do, is winning together. Rather, it is in my personal life, in business, or in my relationships with family, with my wife, with my son, with my friends. Winning together is my number one goal. I want to see Full Circle, and the circle in the community in particular, and something that is forever growing, something that spins and never stops spinning. It grows with every member. I think it's fair to say that I was the spark, but I'm not the end of Full Circle. Everyone is a contributor. Every member, every friend, every supporter is someone that helps us grow, keeps us in check, and makes sure that we are a united community of people who are together sharing the same vision.